breakfast, is it?
Ooh, that's just enough time to squeeze in a little nap. This baby is tired.
Tiffany, no. Do not lie down. You gonna pass out. We should stay up and pregame.
She can't pregame, Issa. She can't do it. She's pregnant.
Well, we can still pregame, okay? Kelly, make some drinks. Tiffany, don't lie down.
When Molly gets here, I'll wake up so fast.
She won't wake up, Issa. She won't do it. She's pregnant.
Kelly, what's wrong with you?
What? Okay, don't be mad. I thought we were going straight to Coachella when we got here, so I took an edible.
The fuck, Kelly? You couldn't wait.
It's not my fault. I timed it out perfectly. Blame Molly.
Y'all got 15 minutes, okay? I'm getting dressed. Who's laughing?
Shut up. It's you.
Yo, what is up, everybody? You are listening to the Where's My 40 Acres podcast, and this is the Boob Tube. We are recapping episode 5, season 3 of Insecure, How Like. And I'm just gonna start this off. This is the funniest fucking episode that they have ever goddamn it done. I don't like Natasha Rothwell was in the writing room blessing this script with every ridiculous piece of shenanigan that she could come up with for Kelly to fucking do. Like, this episode had me in tears. There is just so much side dialogue that you got to pay attention to. There's so much shit being said in the background. Did y'all see the Asian dude jump on the white guy's back during the before Beyonce brawl?
Yes.
Nigga, it's so, that fucking, yo, who took my other waffle stick? And that nigga like, you ate it back in the tent. Oh, you right, my bad. Like, this whole episode was Natasha completely flossing Kelly. And the other girls are here, but man, I swear to God, this woman Kelly need her own show, dog. Like, she just need the Adventures in Kelly, the same way they do them little segments with the knockoff Martin show. They need to do that shit with just like glimpses into Kelly's regular life, because she is a ridiculous, like, lawyers are just crazy at this point. I'm just going with lawyers are crazy. Cause she act like she don't be breaking no fucking laws, and she know all the laws.
She needs no drugs, is what it looks like. She doesn't need a drop of them whatsoever. Okay,
so let's. This episode had me tripping. Like, I just watched it again, coming back from the screener. Hey, it is a mess, man. But this, I know that the rest. I don't know. I'm sure Joy didn't watch this show. I know Twan hated this show. Me and Deidre watched way too much of it, but I still enjoy that shit. And I like seeing actors like Elijah, who is in A Simple Plan, continue to get roles after that shit. This was like that episode of Girls each season where they all four just link up and take a trip and go do some crazy shit, and a bunch of crazy shit happen.
Oh yeah, didn't they go to the Hamptons? Remember
with the gay group of guys?
Yes, with Elijah.
Yep.
That was funny.
It's actually funny. I watched season 1 and 2 of Girls because I just wanted to see how the other half lives in Brooklyn, and it was a waste of my time, but I did watch it.
Yeah, they always had like these. They always had like these girl kind of episodes where they would all just do some stupid shit. But for real, this one absolutely reminded me of. This is like the nigga version of going to the Hamptons, going to see Beyonce. And
yeah, I mean Hamptons. Yeah, Beyonce is our Hamptons. I would definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool, right? Because you don't get to see stuff like this on television. You don't get to see a group of black women go do some really black shit. And going to see Beyonce at Coachella is really fucking black at this point, despite if the white people cutting you in line and shit.
And not even her, because like they even mentioned other artists. They were like, "Oh, we'll be here just for the SZA set." I think they mentioned Amine. Like, I was like, "Oh, y'all really gonna see all the black folk?" I mean, which they're performing at Coachella, but artists that would never casually get name dropped on any other show, it gets name dropped on Insecure.
And I like too the fact of it wasn't, oh, we're all struggling to buy tickets to go to Coachella. Like, that wasn't the episode. Like, it was, we got our shit together. We gonna have a good time. We going to Coachella.
They did ask Issa how, like, she was affording some of this stuff, and she was like, she been saving. Because Kelly kind of hit her about being a Lyft driver, and she pulling bottles out the purse, and she also, copped that Coachella ticket. So But other than that, like, she really didn't press her. Kelly was just being mean because she had already took some
edible.
right. She was just being mean because she was high as shit.
Tiffany was like, "So is this what you're gonna be doing forever?"
Cause like, if you're cool with it, I love it. Like that. My mom says that shit. My mom will look at you and be like, "You like that shirt?" And you be like, "Yes." And well, I mean, if you like it, I love it. She says that shit all the time. Like, that's such a diss. It's just a question. If you like it, I love it. I don't know nothing about shirts. I just put them on. I was like, Mom, you slander. Slander hard.
Your mama is everything, so
she out here throwing super shade. Funny. She throwing shade. She always throwing shade. Yeah, so there's only 8 episodes this season. So we have 3 episodes left. And I mean, we can wait to talk about it at the end, or we can just go ahead and have this discussion now. This Lawrence discussion. Yeah.
I guess we can talk about it now since it's brought up. There was a long ass Vulture article about why Lawrence should not be, or why Issa shouldn't have brought Lawrence back.
So you read that? No,
I didn't read it. I just thought,
okay.
I think I read maybe like a paragraph, and I said, "Oh, I'm not going there because it's long as fuck." And I was like, "Y'all are doing too much."
Question: did a person of color write this article? That's always gonna be my first question.
That now I didn't know because I didn't even look who wrote it. I just saw it on one of the boards that I perused, and I said, "Oh, this is long. It's not that serious."
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I want to know. But okay, so what? How did you feel? Just off what you read, even despite it being too long.
Oh, what did they say? I mean, they're pretty much.
No. How did you feel? How did you feel
about Lawrence being there?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a realistic thing. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've run into exes unexpectedly from whatever the case may. And I've run into dick appointments unexpectedly at festivals around the city. Like, you don't, unless you're stalking them to find them, like, that shit happens in real life. Like, you can't, stop that. So, I mean, I think it's a realistic thing. What she does with seeing Lawrence, that'll be interesting to me if she has grown, since leaving Lawrence, since now being more independent, since, dealing with Nathan, just a different vibe. Like, it'll be different to see where that leads to, but I didn't see a problem with it.
Mm-hmm. So like, for me, I did not read the article. And
you saw it?
I did see it. Somebody posted on Facebook. So to clarify, the person who wrote the article is Angelica Jade Bastian. I'm fucking up your last name. I apologize.
She's a Black woman.
Yeah, she's Black.
Yeah.
I don't care about how you feel Insecure should develop their own characters at this point. I think Issa's creative team and everybody behind this show has been able to give us a remarkably great series for 2.5 seasons right now. So if they decide that the story they want to tell is to bring Lawrence back, like Deidre just was saying, you run into your exes. That's not, they literally went to fucking Coachella. Like, I'm sure a lot of niggas run into their exes before, during, or after Coachella within that vicinity, right? Whatever the radius would be. But I also just don't want to do articles where I'm saying you shouldn't do this with a character. Like, who am I to tell somebody with a successful fucking show what they should be doing with the damn characters that they created and the storylines that they have created using those characters? That's just not my fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm especially not going to tell Issa Rae that because, again, Insecure is fucking amazing. And I think it has done a lot of great things for everybody that's involved in it. They all seem to be having fun doing it. Even though Twitter can be toxic as shit from that Laurentine side of the spectrum, the conversations that happen, a lot of them are good. Like, they're good and they're positive conversations. Fuck niggas gonna have fuck nigga shit to say all the time. So I don't pay attention to that bullshit anyway. And the whole Laurentine shit, at this point, it's just some really sad nigga shit. Like, people who are begging for Lawrence to come back are mostly hurt dick niggas. And they've been watching this show like, oh, we can't connect with Daniel because like Daniel isn't Lawrence. And I'm kind of like, hey, so what are y'all here for? Y'all here just to see a nigga shine on television? Because Lawrence never really did that. I mean, that's not really what happened, bro. Like if you was following the story instead of throwing your whole shit into it, making it about you from just this Hotep side of things, then you would have been paying attention to the fact that one, all of these people on this show are fucked up. And two, Lawrence just ain't that great, my nigga. Like, I don't know why you idolizing his presence.
It's so weird. Like, I mean, like it's one thing to see like the women say like Daniel Hive or Lawrence Hive for the simple fact of how he looks or how both of them look, but like to see niggas deep in the Lawrence, like quote unquote Lawrence Hive, like they root for this nigga even through his fuck ups. It's just like, sir. Because you are Lawrence. That's what that is.
I think the whole thing is an excellent piece of writing because they played it, the whole after this season 2, people were asking the actors and the actresses like, is Lawrence coming back? Lawrence coming back? Them niggas are like, we ain't on the set. We ain't really know. We ain't heard. They played it off so that they made everybody in the crowd everybody who watches Insecure has followed that relationship, has been in that relationship. We feel like we've experienced a relationship. And just like Issa on the show, we as a viewership have just gotten over Lawrence. And then boom, he comes back. And it's just like seeing your ex. You just think you have stepped past that person and you see it and you right back in that moment. So it's an excellent piece of writing because it literally put us as the audience in those shoes. And that's why you're getting all these hurt nigga think pieces right now.
Right. And I mean, and I think they even addressed it, the after the I don't know what they call it, the wine drinking.
The wine down.
After show.
It's called the wine down.
The fact of, the age old tale that when, you move on and you are interested or seeing or seriously dating somebody else, that's when the exes, or that's when, the fuck niggas you got rid of, that's when they decide to just pop up. And I mean, that's absolutely true. I can tell you countless times that has happened to me. So that's the thing I love about Insecure is it is very realistic. Like it's not like some out of space, like this would never happen to me type situations that they have. Like these are like real life shit. And especially for our age group, stuff that totally happened. So I'm glad that they put that in there.
What about you, Joy?
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, it is what it is at this point. And you guys have to excuse me. I'm not feeling well. I'm dealing with festival crud. So I'm struggling. When he came on the screen, I was just like, oh, wow. My favorite part was mostly Chad still sipping that straw. Had me rolling because he's always messy. But I do find it interesting that they're in a reverse position since the last time they spoke. Because remember, when we first get introduced to Issa and Lawrence, Issa's the one who's the stable one in terms of a job and income and stuff like that. Lawrence is the one be on his couch just like doing nothing, trying to, have dreams and whatnot. Now the roles reversed. Like Lawrence ended that last season with employment at that tech company. And Issa is now, driving Lyft and trying to do other things. But we'll see what she does. So I think in a way it's supposed to be like a true test to see if she's actually grown or is she just lying about growth. And I hope she passes because girl, why don't get entangled with Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I hope she doesn't, but this, niggas and their feelings. So I'm sure. Well, no, I won't even say that. I'm sure it's not going to be like that because I could be wrong. We won't know. We'll have to see. But
I like Nathan a lot more than I was expecting. I do. I really do like Nathan.
Nathan is cool. He is perfect for her as far as from what we've seen. I think he's perfect for her. They're both lost. They both trying to figure shit out, and they both kind of just mellow, being chill, and they both corny as shit. Like,
and he's supportive. Like, low key supportive.
But we'll see because he keeps taking these breaks, and it's kind of like, "What you doing, nigga?" And he said he wanted to step back. but he
Yeah.
clearly did. He clearly wanted to get up in there. So that step back shit. You mentioned Chad. So was it just me, or did anybody else feel like Chad's face when he saw Issa was the whole audience's face when we saw Lawrence? Because like he knew what was coming. So when we all see Lawrence, we all kind of made this face of like, we're probably making this face of like, oh shit, what's about to pop off? And that's exactly how he was sipping that straw. He looked at her like, it's about to get hot. It's about to get real hot in the streets. Sip, sip. I was like, this nigga knew what our reaction was going to be before we had a chance to react.
I think they did a great job too at the beginning of the episode, showing dude from the Bloods, right?
Yes, Brenshaw Mall.
It's good. I need to go to Brenshaw Mall. So showing him, and then they showed Chad in the on the bench and stuff. So they've been doing like these little callbacks to like the first season, and I feel like it's all been kind of setting up. So you just be like, oh hey, so when you see Chad, you don't first instantly think Lawrence. You just like, oh, they done ran into Chad. Oh, we gonna see this nigga again. And then when you hear like, oh, hey, dude, look who over here. And you like, oh, shit. So it was like all this stuff that was done to build that moment up to make it hit the way it did. And the way that people are reacting, it shows that the writers had them, they had them. They were like, we can do whatever we want. We got y'all. Like, y'all are invested in this show.
Well, they did some things. So I know somebody had said that Issa clarified on a podcast that this season actually wasn't supposed to be about toxic masculinity, that was taken out of context, but that came later after the season started, which I thought was interesting that you wouldn't have clarified that when that article came out. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe she did. And this person who told me just didn't hear it till then, but that's one side of it. The other one I thought was funny was the whole, they put it out there that Lawrence was in there. And, Jay Ellis said that. He was like, I haven't really done anything with Insecure. And then after he said that a couple weeks later, it was like, he's not on the show this season. They put that PR out there. So this whole getting people into this mind frame of, it's cool because Lawrence is gone. Like, we're going to get to see her, linking up with other new niggas. And they bring in this light skin, or they bring in Daniel first, and they continue that relationship and kind of show you why that relationship really shouldn't work. And then they bring in this Nathan dude, and it's like, it really is three different niggas. Lawrence, Daniel, and Nathan are not the same dude. So she has different interactions with all three of these guys. And everybody, I don't know if everybody, because I think you ladies love Daniel, so y'all miss Daniel. Y'all want to see Daniel.
I mean, I would love to see Daniel.
I like to see Daniel on a more personal reason.
Right.
But not on the show. Like, he's not good for Issa. My favorite of all of them is absolutely Nathan. I like Nathan the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree too. Like, out of all the three, that's who I like together.
So you have
like
that, and they kind of sucker you in with the whole Ferris wheel fuck. And you're like, look at that passionate Ferris wheel love that they make in the top there when it's stuck and that shit ran out of battery power.
They have to make sure to say, oh, there was no condoms involved.
Not even, I wasn't gonna say that, but more so like the unsanitariness of a Ferris wheel.
Nigga.
Bruh.
Nigga.
Listen, we always have to have this disclaimer every week. Don't do this. Like, we should just honestly just name the podcast Don't Do This, because what they do on Insecure is not conducive to real life. Do not fuck in a Ferris wheel. Like, a little kid ain't gonna be in that joint next. That's disgusting.
I mean, it's no different than these niggas fucking on park benches or nothing else.
And I am not condoning that neither. Let me make that clear. You will not hear that from me.
Anything in public, you are going to be exposed to all of the nasties. So.
And it very well lit. It's giving us a little moonlight tease with the purple. I love it. It's great.
I get it, and I completely agree with what you're saying, but I'm also like siding with the fact of them just being able to fuck freely on television the same way that white people been doing on every damn series that ever comes out that gets a little raunchy. Like, any fucking white show on Nip Tuck, like not on Nip Tuck, on FX, they are fucking all over the place. They fucking in the ceiling, they fucking in the grass, they fucking in the kiddie pool, they fucking in the alley, they back to fucking in the alley again after work, they fucking in the trunk, they getting kidnapped, then they fucking in the trunk when they kidnapped before they get released. Like, it's just this unnecessary fucking, which makes me want to kind of circle back around to the whole condom shit. We've had this conversation before, but flat the fuck out. Y'all gotta chill with this hotepery of looking at black women on shows and going, see, that bitch ain't even use a condom. That shit is dry as hell. A bunch of you niggas got kids running around here because y'all didn't use a condom. A lot of you niggas is ghosting the pussy because you take the condom off. A lot of people don't fucking use condoms. As far as I'm concerned, niggas on television use condoms as much as motherfuckers use them in real life. So I don't understand what the fucking holdup is and why you can't sit and just enjoy Kelly's shenanigans for 27 minutes without looking at the Ferris wheel fucking going, that bitch ain't even use a condom. Like completely ignoring what Joy just brought to light. The fact that you just shouldn't fucking the Ferris wheel, period, because it's just how you get the clap. Not from the fucking, from the fucking in the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I will say again, very well done and shot scene, and I agree. Lena Waithe, in the words of Jesus Amaro, was out here looking like a bag of milk for all those seasons on Girls.
Nigga.
And I had a problem with that too. I just want to make that very clear.
I mean, because Adam's apartment looked like it had all of the diseases in it too.
Absolutely.
Allison Williams went to her ex's house a couple seasons later in Girls and found out he was addicted to heroin and literally living in the slums and sleeping on a mattress he borrowed from a homeless person, and she fucked him. Like, I'm sorry, y'all need to get this shit out of your head. I'm not saying that black people need to stoop down to white people's levels, but I am saying that what is being portrayed on this show is in our reality. Y'all all know that y'all got a bunch of little baby cousins running around this shit because niggas refuse to order a 48 count box of condoms off Amazon for $12.99. So let's not even fucking front out here in these streets. Don't even do that shit.
I will say, I feel like the condom talk has definitely slowed down after season 2. No, like I feel like that has not necessarily been brought up in this season, unless I could just be. I stopped watching Insecure Live just because like niggas like to go to bed and have work in the morning. But I mean, if you're still doing a condom talk 3 seasons later, you gotta let that shit go, bro.
Yeah,
it was just weird because it didn't happen until this scene. You know, like it kind of died down for a while, and then all of a sudden with this scene, it was just like, oh, where's the condoms? And it was like,
no. I need everybody to be more concerned about public sex in places where children are around. I want us to all be. I want us to all be on one accord with that, because that we can't do that.
Or a place where a bunch of adults are acting like children. Coachella.
I mean, yeah, that's a Coachella Ferris wheel. Like, if you as a company don't scrub that down after, like, that's on you.
But Twan, they probably don't.
And you should be scrubbing anything Coachella related into it, because it's.
You know, they ain't scrubbing nothing. The lady was high as fuck.
Right.
Who worked there? She was like, "Oh, I'm high." I was like, "Oh my god."
Nigga, everybody was high. Like, Coachella is a reason for everybody to get high. I think that's on the job description. Carry things around, work 3 hours in between shows, get a free ticket for one of the days by your choice, and edibles. Lots and lots and lots of edibles, my nigga, edibles. Because that's all these niggas was doing all day. Which is fine.
I don't know if any of y'all have gone to Coachella, because I have a friend who's gone many of times, and she was telling me that, like, people be bringing their kids to Coachella.
I believe
because
it.
It's an open park area. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I believe it, though. I absolutely believe people bring their kids to Coachella because people bring their kid to see Deadpool in the movie theaters. So I know them same niggas is taking their kids to see Beyonce.
Yeah, I don't. Imagine bringing your young white prince and seeing Beyonce do the Black National Anthem. You're gonna be shocked in the wall.
I believe it. If they bring them to all these other festivals, I believe it.
I seen kids at the DC Weed Festival for sure. I'm pretty sure I seen kids out there. So, I mean, you got to get them used to it early. That's what they do in other countries, so they don't become weed addicts, you know. And then that's a gateway drug to doing cocaine and heroin and speed and all that other stuff that kills white people in high numbers.
Keyword white.
I didn't say that. You said that. You said that. Not me.
What?
Meth, Molly. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. All right, so who do y'all want to talk about first? Molly, Tiffany, Kelly. Which one?
Let's do Kelly.
You want to do Kelly first?
Do the best person on this damn show.
Oh,
Bruh.
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly, I've said this every week. Kelly's the best damn thing that has ever happened to the show, and I stand by it. Kelly is hilarious. Kelly is ridiculous. Kelly is mentally unstable, but Kelly is always a good time.
Like a great friend to have, especially to go to random places with.
I just love
the way
that.
she drop kicked that white girl.
Did she drop kick her?
Well, she kind of football tackled.
Oh, okay, yes.
Dragged her.
Yeah, she literally like grabbed her by her back and just threw her on the floor. She fell like a board.
That was
Jesus
wild.
Christ.
Even she was surprised by how long the fall was. She was like, oh shit. Like when she hit the ground, it was, oh shit. I was like, yeah, you did that. You did that. But she was high, so she forgot she did it and continued to fight. My thing was, there are certain scenes with Kelly and this shit that just don't make no fucking sense, dog. She showed up to that pool party in jeans, a black shirt, and a little like a linen wrap type of material. I don't know what you women call that. It's what Japanese women seem to be wrapping themselves in. She shows
Kimono?
There you go. But it's not a kimono because like Ashley has one. I just don't know what that shit is called. It looked like a black woman cape, but I don't really know what it is.
Oh Lord.
A shawl? I don't know.
There you go, shoal. I'll go with shoal. And she shows up in this, and she looks at the pool, and she goes, I want to get wet. And I'm like, not with all them fucking clothes on. You knew you was going to a pool party. Why you fully decked out from from ankle to neck in clothing? You're not getting nobody pool, dog.
I'm glad you brought this up because as they were walking up, I was like, why is Kelly in jeans? I was like, Issa in shorts, Molly in a cute little like flowy harem pant combo, like wide leg pant with a little crop top. I was like, Tiffany pregnant. I was like, but why are you wearing jeans?
I'm glad you said it because I was gonna say Tiffany and pregnant because she that's what she was wearing. She's wearing pregnant.
She really was.
Yeah.
But and then you look at Kelly and she's going shopping, like she's going to the mall or something. She ain't going to a pool party.
No, absolutely not. But the weed told her to wear that.
She wore that shit to Coachella too. I know she was hot. I don't care what nobody say. I know she was hot.
Oh yeah, I agree. She was hot as shit.
Like everybody else shit,
nigga.
Everybody else's shit is letting air through. Okay, hers.
Yeah. And as a fellow big girl, listen, we need breeze. I know, girl.
Yeah, something to breathe. No tightness.
No tightness. Everything needs to be airy.
Mm-hmm. Circulation.
She got the best quotables this episode, dog. Like the first funny thing she really said that just broke me was when she was high and Issa was talking to Tiffany and was like, please don't go to sleep because then I have to wake you up. And Kelly came back in. She was like, she can't. She was
so serious.
Because she pregnant. She can't do it. She pregnant. You can't wake up, Issa. She won't wake up because she pregnant.
She didn't even look at Issa. She was just looking out the window saying all of this too.
Because she pregnant. She was dead ass serious. Like she was looking out into the fucking abyss. Like life was over. Like there was nothing else to live for. She can't do it. She pregnant.
When she laughed and then told herself to stop laughing, she's like,
nigga, shut up. That's you.
Who's laughing?
Nigga, shut up. Me. That's you.
And that's how I knew that was a great edible she was on. My nigga. Like
she said she timed it. She said she timed it.
If they went straight to the show, she would have had it perfectly.
So they missed Friday then, is what I'm assuming. They completely missed Friday because they all passed out.
They're waiting on Molly.
Because Molly was supposed to get picked up, but she said she wasn't going, so she threw the schedule off.
Well, no, she said she was coming, and then she said she'd be there in 2 hours. And Tiffany sat down to take a nap, and Kelly took an edible.
They were going to go straight to the junk, and they said they waited for Molly, so that's why she said I had it timed out. We were supposed to be in front of a stage.
So the next day when they woke up, did y'all notice that Kelly fell asleep on a box of Popeye's chicken?
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Nigga, go back and watch that episode. She had an absolute number 3 value box from Popeyes, and her face was in it.
I did see that. Because Issa was still in her clothes, like she got dressed and literally laid down. I did see that. Okay.
She had so many fucking lines. When she hit Tiffany with that, it's 80-40, and Tiffany looked at her like, that math ain't right. And she was like, girl, it's overlapping. I know math. No, ma'am. You are completely fucking wrong. They had the other line where she said responsa boring. And I was like, she's just saying shit now. She don't like all of this is just Kelly talking. And then the line at the pool party where she was like, I'ma fuck him, I'ma fuck him, I'ma fuck her. And Tiffany was like, girl, you tripping. She said, Janelle Monáe made it okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. And I was like, when she said, I'm gonna fuck her, I was like, oh, that's dope. If Kelly, she was like, Janelle, I was like, okay, well, I thought it was gonna be such a moment. Never mind. That was my fault.
Yeah, Kelly had some amazing just fucking moments this episode. I like that Molly scared away the little dude when he tried to talk to her.
So you know who that is, right?
Who is that?
That was my young bae. That was Gallant.
Oh, I didn't know that was Gallant that gave him the E? Or they gave him the Molly?
With the blue jacket. That was
I absolutely did not recognize this nigga. That's what he looked like in real life?
I said, oh, he looks so familiar. And then when I watched it again, I said, that is young bae. That's Gallant.
So Gallant, like big girls, because he absolutely was like, no, Molly can chill. I don't do crazy women. And I promise you, Kelly broke his ass at whatever tent they went to when she just left. Because she kept talking about she was going to fuck tonight. She said, I'm going to fuck somebody. And she dragged his little ass away. I was like, Lord, she going to break that boy.
You are forgetting the best quote of the night when homie Molly introduced herself to him. She's like, I'm Molly. He says, so does that make me Percocet? Oh God.
And Molly did not get that shit. She was like, huh?
But I was just like, God, like, I felt awkward for him because she looked at him crazy, and I was like, I was looking at him crazy from the screen. Like, why would you say that? That was not funny. Don't do that.
He's young. I chop that up all these young niggas, like, you know.
Oh Lord.
Kelly broke him, so he won't say no more. He won't be saying no more corny shit. She always finds some random nigga to break at a party somewhere during one of these outings where they all together. Just some little nigga. What happened to the leather jacket nigga? The one that she brought the jacket for season 2.
Oh yeah, what happened to him? Like literally, she got fingered underneath the table.
Nigga, she is a hot ass. When she got tased, did y'all see her tasing acting? That shit was fucking terrible. She was like, oh shit, oh. Don't remember me like this.
On herself.
Yeah, she said, oh, I peed on myself. Remember me different. I was like, I hate her. But just go back and watch the scene while she's getting tased. She's, shit, fuck, shit. I'm like, nigga, that's not what happens when people get tased.
Oh my God. My favorite part was when she woke up and she like, oh, I thought I was hallucinating. I think I imagined that I got tased. Everybody looked at her like
Molly and Issa looked at her like, I'm not telling her shit.
And nobody told her either.
Nobody corrected her.
Because she randomly come there, she's like, why I smell like piss.
Piss, yeah.
Why I smell like? And then Molly looked at her again with the girl, you don't remember. You got way too high last night. There's the other one where when Issa showed back up at the house after they got kicked out of Coachella, and Kelly is on the couch like flipping the channel, but every click is the click of death for whatever channel she's changing it to. And she talking about it was residual tase, and that's why she was mad at Issa.
Yes.
She was curled up like an animal. They got backed in the corner. Like, she was amazing. Like I want them to bring her on more episodes, but I also don't, because I love when she comes in. It's so great. I think if I saw her all the time,
there's something special about her just being there when she's there.
Yeah, like when she's there, you just like, oh my God, this is gonna be great. And then you're gonna see her for like 5 minutes, but we got like a whole half an hour of her, and it was wonderful.
Am I tripping, or did she yell at that white girl, "You oat milk drinking bitch," before she pulled her?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She did. First timers. Oh my God.
Oh yes.
That's where you want to keep us out here in the field. That's what you want to do. You want to keep us in the field.
Like that's what you want with us.
Oh my God, she's fucking amazing, man. Like, I'm trying to make sure we don't miss nothing from her character, but there's just so much. There's no way we could cover it. There's still a bunch of little side stuff when when Gallant asked Issa if she wanted to do some, I guess she did E. Oh no, she wanted to do Molly too. If you look in the background when they have the camera like placed on Issa's face, is she gonna take it or not? Fucking Molly and Kelly are looking at Nathan going, tell her to take it, tell her to take it, tell her to take it, because she ain't never done Molly before. I'm like, bruh, these are the worst friends ever. They know Issa ain't never done this shit before. She about to be high as fuck. Because Nathan didn't know if he wanted to tell her to try it or not. He was just kind of like, if she wants to, she can. And they was just egging that shit on. Like
they kept egging it on.
They was like shaking their heads.
Took it. And clearly, well, Molly hadn't taken it before. Because even the Asian guy had to tell her, like, no, you can't lay down. Like, you'll pass out. Then she's like, I'm so tired.
I felt bad for him.
He was cute too, but he was. We should call him he was like, oh, hey, Asian friend. When I spoke to your black friend, I was like, Molly, no.
Right.
No, let's not be racist.
Molly
Lawyer.
don't know better.
Like, madam, I was just like, girl, you cannot say no. What is wrong with you?
Yes, lawyer, you can't say those things.
Asian dude is the best wingman ever. You know he always gets stuck with the Mollies when they all go out to meet women.
And honestly, he's the cutest of the two, so that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
He's the nicest though. That's what it is. He just so chill and nice. He like, oh, you got problems?
Put all her dead weight on him.
He's like, you got problems, girl? Tell me, I'll listen.
Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous.
Oh, Molly.
I think that's all the Kelly I had. Anybody had any more Kelly? Because we can move on.
I think that was all the crazy Kelly.
That's all the Kelly. She did tell Issa she was gonna fry her when she was banging them damn pans.
Bro, which did you know what the reference for that was?
No.
Bad Girls Club.
Oh shit.
I can't sleep because of me.
I remember.
You don't remember that job?
I do now that you brought it up. Yes, absolutely. If I can't sleep, ain't nobody go sleep. Yes, I remember that shit. God, I miss Bad Girls Club.
I got too much sleep because of y'all.
Yeah.
She said, I got too much sleep last night. Yo, that skipping through the house, smacking them fucking pans together is some of the greatest shit I've ever seen Issa do on this show. Oh, that shit was great.
Yeah, she was lit.
So, okay then, I guess Molly.
Oh, yeah. It starts off.
Sorry, I'm done with Molly.
I mean, she starts off fucking up.
Because I've been there when you trying to impress the big man, and you be like, oh, I'll do it, and then you quickly regret, like, why did I sign up to do this project? I don't want to do it. I've been there, so that was funny. But what took me out was when Shorty, while high, was really trying to do those edits and type on the computer.
Nigga.
Yo.
And she was typing like a Muppet. Like she was just typing like animal.
She was typing like that gif of the monkey.
Yes.
She was just banging on the bitches. Like,
racking up.
She's like, I gotta get it in. I gotta make the corrections.
Did y'all see while she was typing?
I'm pretty sure you're not typing nothing.
Issa came over. Issa was like, Molly, stop typing. And she looked at Issa for a good 5 seconds straight in the face and did not miss a beat on that keyboard. And I was like, she ain't typing shit.
Isn't that crazy? Like in that scene, Issa was the like sane one.
I just love that whole
one out of all of them. Tiffany in the fucking closet. Like,
I love
the
that.
weed, baby.
I love that whole fucking scene, dog. She grabbed her laptop and screamed and like slammed it down on the couch. I was like, yes, this is what Coachella is all fucking about. Everybody losing their goddamn mind.
She said, I'm not a lawyer, but I know this is right.
Like, nigga, she ain't typing shit.
oh, Lord.
I cannot remember what movie it was I was watching, but they did like a drug to keep them up all night, and they did too much, and they typed like a 27-page paper that they thought was like the most Nobel Prize winning piece.
I know what movie you were talking about. That and the paper was bullshit.
Nigga, he went back and read it. It was like blah blah the gat red ketchup hello hi blah blah. I was like, nigga, yes, that's what you typed last night while you were high as fuck. Okay. That's what I remember for this whole scene, just connected with that. I get tired of seeing Molly in the fucking boardroom, dog. I'm starting to think she's not a good lawyer. And I feel bad because it's like I didn't realize she might not be a great lawyer till they put her around other established black lawyers. And I'm like, oh, look at her doing mailroom stuff when she got an office. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and I don't know if it's too because she's such like being the brown nose, like she feels like she's because it can't be like because she always keeps referring to like the older firm that she was at and how they did this, they did that, as if she was like top tier there. So I can't see them being subpar, and then you come to this black law firm and it's kind of like, oh, look like the dumb one out of everybody.
She celebrated when she got that first initial email after turning in her work. Like the big honcho at the company gave her an A on a paper. That's what she was acting like. She was like, oh, they just gave me a thumbs up. And I'm like, you realize that's a one click away emoji, right? That takes little to absolutely no fucking effort on anybody's part. And part of selling yourself in an environment like that is your confidence. Her confidence is shit. She's overdoing it. For the littlest things, it bothers me so much to watch because I just didn't see this lack of confidence, not to this degree, when she worked at the other company. And now this like need to prove herself when nobody has asked her to go above and beyond. You just digging yourself deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And you fucked up your Coachella doing this. Like, or almost fucked up your Coachella and then having no relation to what actually fucked up her Coachella. I just and that Torian dude, man, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for her to fuck this kid. I swear to God it's gonna happen. I'm telling you it's gonna happen. I'm telling you this shit gonna happen.
It is, and I'm gonna be sorely disappointed because she but then again, remember Rel, he was technically working with her. Was that her coworker?
He was like working on a case or something with her. I thought maybe they were just friends. I can't remember exactly what their relationship was. Yeah, it might have been a case at the Chicago
firm. So maybe it was like a partnering firm with the older firm she was at.
Yes, yep, that was it because he told her to come there. There's like she may be cooler there. I think the brother to white ratio was different at his company, so that's why she got the idea to join a black one just where she lives at currently. Yeah, I feel bad because that was the nigga she needed. That really Rail would have been a good nigga for her, but she wouldn't have been a good person for Rail. So I kind of am happy.
Hell, Sterling K. Brown would have been a good nigga for her, and she was like, he's too boring. I was like, but you gonna go with Dro, who looks like a whole cartoon animal?
Somebody said that nigga looked like a seahorse.
Nigga.
Oh my God, my nose just
She said my nose just started.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I felt I feel like that's a win for Sterling K. Brown not getting stuck with Molly. Cause she just don't know how to act.
Has issues. Like Molly, as much as they talk about Issa and Issa's issues, Molly, professional wise, I mean, I guess like she makes enough money that she can get her dog a massage, but like personally, like she has some internal issues that she needs to work out, and
God, and she is, but all she's doing is coating her therapist's pockets. She ain't fucking talking to nobody.
But then she whines and complains about her being lonely to Asian guy. So it's just like
she need Molly before she go to therapy. Then she need to be Molly
Molly
squared.
needs to know how to be by herself and be comfortable with herself without being with a nigga.
We're gonna be in Insecure season 20 by that time.
Because you can't tell her nothing. Like the whole way that she got to where she is at her position at any law firm is that drive, that same drive and determination that will not allow her to function at full Molly percent without being up under some nigga, despite the direness of the situation. That just is her. You can't tell her shit.
You really can't. Like, absolutely not. Because, like, the Dro thing should have been an instant, like, oh, this will be messy and no fucking good. But because, you know, she was semi-attracted to him and she was lonely, she dealt with it. And then she caught feelings. And it's just like, you could have avoided all this foolishness, but just leaving it alone.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume that one of those white people stole her jacket that she put on the ground to hold a space. She didn't care about that jacket.
But somebody was stepping on it.
I mean, it was on the ground, but somebody took it because she couldn't find it. And I love that every time she remembers that she has a jacket during the episode, she asks, what happened to my jacket? Like, even when she at the house in the apartment, she's like, what happened to my jacket? And I'm like, nigga, you asked that same question an hour ago. That jacket is gone. A Beyonce fan got Beyonce to sign that jacket. That jacket is gone, nigga. You ain't never getting that jacket back.
Because, you know, it was so smart. Oh, what drugs can make you do? Just lay that shit out. I'm saving this for everybody. This is for my friends. Like, ma'am.
And she literally did that shit when you walk in a circle and try to stretch people out. But you're doing it when ain't nobody there. I need people to understand this. If you're going to go to a festival and you plan to stand in front of the stage when a big artist come out, you are not going to hold a spot. You are out of your fucking mind if you think that 30-some thousand people are going to be able to allow you to hold a fucking spot at the front, nigga. At the front, you are tripping. Absolutely fucking tripping. And it's just annoying. I'll take your spot on purpose if I hear you say you holding a spot. I will slide right in that shit. And I dare you to ask my big ass to move.
Yeah, that's any concert. If you're standing, you're not holding nobody's stuff. Like that, it is annoying as hell. It's like, get a fucking seat. Like, if there's seats, that's what the seats are for. If not, stand in the back. If y'all want, because, you know, it irks my nerves when, especially when you have niggas that got to go back and forth because they got to get drinks and shit. And it's just like, you're not getting back in that same spot.
Nah. And I've had white girls try to squeeze
just stand by the fucking bar.
Nope. Ashley told me about something you did at the Coca-Cola factory. And she tells me at least like once a week where you reached, or at, not maybe at the Coca-Cola jump, somewhere where y'all went to eat or something. And you reached over a girl who was trying to get every drink.
Oh, no, that was the Coca-Cola thing. Yeah, like, bitch, move your fucking ass. Like, so towards the end of the Coca-Cola, like, you know, they have like the world of Coke where you can drink around the world. And like, you know, they have a section off by continent. And then like, by each continent has like maybe about 5 sodas. And they're the same 5 sodas like around this like cylinder. And I want to say, so there's maybe like 4 sections of 5. And like, it's supposed to be you drink and you move. Like that's pretty much the rotation. And I mean, even when it's crowded, you might have to wait a little bit, but never to the point of like, okay, it's uncomfortable. But this bitch, her and her man, they're literally standing there. It's people around like trying to maneuver to get stuff to, you know, try, but they're blocking everything. And I politely put my hand and my arm right in front of her fucking ass and got something to drink. And it's like, you need to motherfucking move. And then she looked at me and I was ready to giving her a curse out. But, you know, they moved. But it's just like, bitch, move your fucking ass.
Sometimes you
annoying.
Sometimes you just got to remind white people that they're doing very white things. And I feel like Deidre's way is the best way to do it.
I'm mad I actually remember that.
Remember, she talks about it like at least twice a week.
No, she's
not. Like, Brandon, you don't understand. I'll be like, so did you see what happened in in Puerto Rico today? Ashley be like, yes, that's terrible. But Brandon, you had to be there because when Deidre put her arm in front of that woman, I'm like, wait, when did we start talking about this? When did we start talking about this? It just came up. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's talk about it again.
Oh,
it had a hell of an impact.
I was waiting for her to say something, but you know.
Yeah. It's not much to deal with Molly in this episode, though. That was pretty much it. She does not know how to fucking take a break. She just doesn't. No. So we'll see how that works out for her in the next episode of Molly Can't Get It Right. So Issa, I want to save Tiffany for last because the show did. Issa, I gotta. Did she make that sweater that she had on, the college sweater, at the beginning of the episode?
When she was being Molly's assistant, getting her shit.
Yes.
It looked like it was cut out. Like,
okay, I liked it. I thought it was cool. It had her own little style to it.
It was cute on her. She has the shape for it, so I thought it was cute on her.
Issa was wearing a whole bunch of crop tops. I was here for it.
I liked it.
She had a college thing going on, so I think the show opened with that, and then at the end, she had a shirt on that said, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste," and it was, I think, United Negro College Fund, and that was when she met Lawrence. So
yeah, Issa always has great shirts.
She does.
She balls out. So she's gotten lift, like she's reclaiming her lift driving, which I appreciate. She's taking it seriously. She prepared. She went back out there. You know, she had a rough fight in the back seat, but she went back out there. She keeps water bottles and bags for white men that want to get in her car and throw up. She has decent conversation with weird passengers, other passengers. She embraces black gay love, pride love, which I thought was awesome. She's also cute that they put that in this episode.
Oh, I love your playlist, girl. That was cute.
Which is a call to this episode because the playlist for this episode is fucking fire.
Yeah, it was good.
That blunt song been stuck in my head all day. That's a girl blunt. I was like, nigga, where I need to go find this.
Yeah, whoever is finding these songs are great.
They definitely did it. She had her whole Beyonce or bust thing. They had the Kev show with the whole this nigga jumping out the casket talking about, did somebody say repass? And why the fuck does it's Bill Bellamy, right? Why does Bill Bellamy shuffle hop chase this nigga?
I did not understand that either.
That shuffle jig chase he does. What is that?
And then, I don't know. I just know that nigga went back inside the cab.
Yo, when he jumped up and landed perfectly in that bitch and shut it. First of all, I was like, this nigga ran track. Because that nigga completely cleared and landed perfectly. I wonder how many times they shot that for him. I hope he got it right the first time.
Because I know that shit hurt.
Man, if you get it wrong.
Concussion.
Yeah, but that was funny. So that episode should be available on at insecure.com or HBO, whatever. They'll have their own website for that series. They've been keeping up with the show just like they did with the other one, Due North. And then like she really just wants everybody to have fun. So what do y'all think was like really going on with her this episode besides just having fun? Like we know that she got to be stressing about the not having a job situation. Well, we know because she told Nathan about it. So like, did y'all feel like she was fronting at the whole beginning of this episode? Not fronting, but kind of trying to have fun despite being in the situation that she's in.
I mean, I think right now she is probably a mix of emotions for her. So I think part of it is, oh shit, I just quit my job. Like that realization of that part and like stressing, like, was this the right decision to do? Am I going to be home? Like, like all those negative things that you would think about when doing something that drastic and, that, spur of the moment. But I think also in a sense too, is like, she's maybe to me felt a little bit excited for like the possibilities of what could happen. Cause she also talked about Nathan about, I don't know if she was serious, but it felt like she was, like the whole, like, why can't we do a Coachella in Inglewood?
The Coachella?
Inglewood, yeah, or whatever she called it.
She called it Coachella, like for black people.
Yeah,
like
Coachella. But I could see her, putting on something like that because I even remember, I think it was maybe, I don't know if it was the previous episode or the episode before where she was drawn to the group of individuals that was working with kids in music.
Yeah.
So, I can see her doing something like that. So I think it's just the mix of, not knowing what's going to happen, but then also the fact of what I could be doing now that I don't have the burden of being in a job that I don't like doing. I can find maybe, this will be good for me where I can start doing things, or doing the goals that I want to do.
Yeah, I feel like they've alluded to her taste in music, because that even in the lift, this is the second time somebody was like, yo, this is a really dope playlist. So I think they're alluding to the fact that like music is her passion, and it's not just a passion. She actually is very knowledgeable of it. So if she ever wanted to do like a Coachella, which is clearly like a cute little riff on like an Afro punk or something like that, then it could happen. I do drink, like, she was high as shit when she did it, but she never raps in front of people. She never talks about these things in front of anybody, girlfriends or, you know, past boyfriends. So it took her to have, you know, take a Molly to do it, but the fact that she even did it, you know, with Nathan is something really special. That is growth. Under the influence, but you know, at this point, so
everybody needs a little push.
She was confident of it too, because she was like, "Oh wait," like remember she was rapping, then she stopped herself, and then he was like, he gave that corny little one-liner, but
smile like crest,
with
finesse.
Molly, she felt really comfortable.
It's good to see her not have to hide some of those insecurities with him. Like that's who she is. She's quirky. So.
And he is too. So
yeah,
it really does work. And I like the fact that he was very supportive of that. Like he told her like the first, name was, no, that's not a good name, because it wasn't.
It wasn't.
But he supported the idea. He supported the second, naming of the festival, because I do think that is a good idea for her to do, So we like Nathan right now. How did y'all feel when Nathan said his whole, I felt like I was coming on too strong, as his excuse of not like hitting her up?
He sounded sincere. It looked and sounded sincere, and that's pretty much what I'm paying attention to, because he has this weird kind of like adorable kid look that he does. When she asks him stuff, he kind of, whoa. Do you ever ask like a teenager a question and they don't want to answer it, so they just He does that with her. When she showed up to the pool, he was like, Issa. I was like, that nigga look goofy as fuck right now.
He was happy to see her.
He was elated.
Because he could have, like, even when he, I guess apparently he wasn't going to go, but then he ended up going. So he could have just not told her, because you figure like, oh, it's all these bitches. It's Coachella. I can just show up and not tell her, so it doesn't feel like I'm tied. But, he told her like as soon as he was going or got there, like, we're going to be here tomorrow. You should come through. So, yeah, I agree. I think it was sincere. I really do think it's sincere. Even when he, like later on that night when he wanted to come in the house and she kind of pushed him out.
Well, she was like, I got to deal with these because it's not about to be, this is all my fault. This night going down like this and them not getting to see Beyonce. And let me just be 100. Like, y'all my niggas. Like, I love y'all. I really do. If y'all get kicked out of Coachella,
not my damn problem.
Yeah, I am not seeing Beyonce because y'all got kicked out for drop slamming a white girl. I'm just not. I applaud your efforts. It'll be a great story to hear when I get back. But I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm not leaving for Beyonce. I'm not leaving Solange. I'm not leaving SZA. I'm not leaving No Name. I'm not leaving Childish. There's a really long list of niggas that go to Coachella that I'm not leaving to come back with y'all because y'all got y'all wristbands snapped. Or
right.
snipped.
And I definitely won't say it's my fault that y'all got kicked out. Huh? I'm not y'all babysitters. Y'all grown motherfuckers. Because best believe if it was Issa and it was them three that got kicked out and Kelly just so happened to be the one that didn't kicked out, she's staying.
She was. She tried to run back in.
I'll see y'all later. Like, whatever.
She legit tried to run back in. Like, ma'am, I know you ran marathons last season, but no.
Well, technically, she didn't run. Remember, period. So she automatically went to the finish line. Oh God, Kelly is so great.
I hate her. I didn't understand why Issa thought it was her fault though. That's like,
yeah, like I didn't get that either.
They all fucked up on their own. They all took the Molly together. They did their own high shenanigan shit. I didn't understand why she felt it was her fault and why she needed to fix it. And maybe that has something to do with the bonding scene at the end between Tiffany and her in the car. Because they both seem to have this I'm trying to keep us together thing going, like keep this friends together thing going on. Tiffany is worried about that falling apart. And Issa seems to also be worried about this happening because she's trying to make Coachella like the great grand finale of girlship that they got going on, right? This needs to be perfect and we gonna have fun and we gonna do this and y'all can't sleep and come on y'all, we a family, we this, we that. And she's like, and then she sees Nathan and it's like, I'll be back in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why she felt bad, because she had this whole trip planned. Remember, she had it down. She had that whole itinerary.
She did
about what they were going to do, and then she get a text from Nathan, and all that changed. And then at that point, when they're all like, "We're going to keep this spot. We're not going to go off," she's one of the ones that just one of the first ones to go off and not come back. So she kind of blames herself for her going over here, then all of them kind of falling apart.
So she kind of felt like she was supposed to be the glue at Coachella. She was supposed to be the glue.
I don't know if she was supposed to be the glue, but she kind of took charge of some stuff. Like, I'm like, we're gonna do this. We got this whole thing planned and everything like that. And then I just up and left this is supposed, like I said, supposed to be a girls trip. We supposed to be going there to go see Beyonce, us the girls, and then dude give me a text and I'm off with the dude for a good while and fucking on Ferris wheels and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but then, again, y'all grown.
Y'all could have still saw Beyonce without me.
Y'all was taking them gummy edibles, like, to the head.
Yeah. And then, I think Tiffany, she's just having what a lot of people our age have, like I want to keep my friends. I want everything to be the exact same, but I'm going through, like, significant life changes. And
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, but then you got to realize is that, like, it's going to be different, and it doesn't necessarily mean different is bad. But if you have a kid, we're not gonna be hanging. We're not gonna be doing the same stuff that we did before. You got it. You have responsibilities. You have an entire life that is dependent on you to be right and okay. You know what I mean? So it is going to change. But it kind of brought up that Tiffany, even though she's cool with all them, she still feels like an outsider. So if she does have a baby and she can't do this thing, she's going to lose these people. That's her biggest fear.
Yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, it is going to change. Like, you made the decision. It's already different because she's married. So it's not like, like the other three are single, but she's married. So that's a different dynamic. I mean, in a sense, like, it's still some things that they can do that, she can't do. But yeah, having a baby is like a whole big, because now your whole attention, for the most part, will be tending a baby, so you have to be more, attention-wise towards this new child compared to, like they have the freedom, they can leave, they can go and do whatever they want to do, and you don't have that anymore. So that could be hard too for a lot of people, just to know like that freedom is going to be gone.
I think all that works. Yeah. I think all of that kind of makes sense. There was something else I wanted to ask about Issa. I'm trying to figure out like going through my head of her being at Coachella, then waking up the next day, her going to 7-Eleven. I'll get to we really talked about the Lawrence thing. There's really not much else to add about that part. It was something else that I wanted to ask y'all about, but now I can't fucking remember. I don't know what it was, and I guess it just was not important. Okay, it wasn't important. That's the best way I gotta look at it, man. It wasn't important if I forgot.
It wasn't important. Yeah, I think we pretty much ran the gamut of.
I'm glad I read my list because I don't want to forget this one. So her whole titty fit in Nathan's mouth?
It did.
Yeah.
Boy, you got a big mouth.
That happened. It was the Molly, y'all.
I mean, and it happened frequently in the sex scene. I was like, oh, okay. Go ahead, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you gonna have, see, this is like flipped. You have shows. We're so used to having shows where you have the lead male characters get to have these fuck ships throughout shows. They meet a beautiful woman, they have sex with them. They meet a beautiful woman, they have sex with them. And not to relate this directly with this, but sometimes I'm like, this old looking white dude just randomly be running into these young model-esque white women and fucking them freely, and they are just all about fucking this guy. And maybe as Cook would say, the women sense that this guy who is the lead on this show has big dick energy. I don't know, but they jump at it. It's nice to see on Insecure Issa able to just find another good looking dude and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck that nigga.
Yeah, it's kind of like remember that show Californication?
Yes.
That white man looked like old leather. I don't know how he kept getting these women.
They just wanted to fuck him. That's just how it be, right? So when I see Issa, I'm just like, girl, man, fuck that nigga. The dude's been doing this on television since television first came on. Like the first 3 television shows, one of them was a dude who just randomly fucked beautiful women from the 1950s. Like, go ahead, Issa, get your fuck on. It's about time. And it don't need to be like, oh, I've fallen for you and I would ruin my whole life for you type of fucking. It can legit just be Ferris wheel fucking, even though that's nasty. It can be that. And I'm completely cool with it. And I'm glad that they embraced that on this show.
I agree.
I'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, totally agree.
I'd be cool with Molly fucking Dro if it was just for the dick. But she got attachment issues and shit.
Yeah.
So
she has issues. She just has issues, period.
Yeah. All right, last one. Tiffany,
oh boy.
This is the most I've ever liked. Yeah. So I am not going to judge you as a pregnant person for living your life, but I did feel as I was watching her, I was like, girl, why are you at Coachella?
nigga. You said people bring their kids to Coachella though. Not you, Deidre did. Say that. Oh no, one of y'all said this.
No, I did. No, and they do. I'm like, no judgment in that regard. It's like, yo, if you want to go to Coachella, you're an adult, go do what you want. But as I was just looking at her, I was just like, sis, why are you here? You look like you're over it and tired.
She said she was too. She told Issa that in the car, trying to keep up with y'all. Like, things are changing. And it allowed Amanda Seale to actually, like, display her acting chops, really develop this character that we've all just seen as the bougie one in the group. And I've been trying to figure out for 2.5 seasons why they're friends with her, besides the fact that they've just known her forever. They even talked about that on the wind down, that was kind of like, oh, this is why they're friends with her, because like they actually have a bond. Just because we don't see it all the time and all we see is her just tearing them down. That's her. Like that was the bond that they developed with her. Well, that's part of it, but there's another side to it. And we got to see it this episode. And I like the fact that a lot of her scenes were really funny too. When she met old boy, when she met Galani, he tried to give her Molly and she was like, no. And then he was like, I got edibles. I heard they good for pregnancy. And she just straight up was like, nigga, I don't know you. The whole closet scene, the weed baby call, and then this closet is really well organized. While she's sitting there, Beyonce is a better mother than me.
Yeah, she was. Wow.
The side eyes that she actually gave Nathan, that kind of should have been foreshadowing for her and Issa having a conversation at the end. But when they first meet Nathan, she gives him this, I hate this. I don't know who this nigga is, but I already don't fuck with him side eye. And everybody else is kind of like, oh, these niggas got drugs. We cool. And Ashley actually had a theory from watching the episode again. And she's too asleep to come on the show and tell us. But she texted me and she was like, did I think that Tiffany called, that Tiffany told Darren or whatever to get Lawrence and Chad up there? And I was like, watching it a second time, I don't think that's the case. But I could see why that might have been something that people may have thought watching it, because she was talking to Darren the day before. And I did notice the side eye she gave Nathan. And the whole conversation with Issa in the car is about change. Things are changing.
Mm-hmm.
And Lawrence, Issa not being with Lawrence is part of that change. Because her husband is best friends with him.
Right. That's interesting.
Also, she almost stepped on Molly's head when she got up to go get water out of that fridge. When they was hungover the next morning.
She said, "There's only vodka in here." Was that water? I thought that was water. Remember when she opened the door on the side door, there was a bottle? That was vodka. It looked like a water bottle.
I guess it was vodka. She said it was only vodka in there. Now, hold on. Now, that might be because if it was water in there, then she lied.
Because, yeah, like when she opened it, I don't think she looked at the side door. Because she opened the side door, there was, those long water bottles. It didn't look like a vodka bottle. It just looked like one of those, like Voss or, longer water bottles. And she was just like, I don't see any, we don't have any water here.
That could have been one of them cheap, that could have been like a cheap bottle.
Because remember, beforehand, she was on the phone with her husband.
Right. Well, that was the night before, but yeah.
So I don't know.
Because she woke up and walked and stumbled across the floor and almost stepped on Molly's face, which is why Molly woke up. Started asking about her damn jacket again. And she walked over to the fridge and she opened it, looked inside, and she was kind of just standing there. Let me see. I'm looking right now. So she opens the fridge. Nope, it's absolutely a bottle of vodka. It's the only thing in the fridge.
Okay.
Yes, it is a long, it's got a cork in it. Like, it's a very big.
Because when I looked at it, I was like, that looks like water on the side of the, okay, that's vodka. Okay.
Yeah, it is a liter bottle of vodka for sure.
God damn, I knew they came in liter bottles.
Vodka?
Like that? I've never seen vodka looking like that.
I've never seen that particular vodka bottle, but yeah, it looks like one of the Russian joint bottles that I've seen before.
I've always seen them like in a different shaped glass. Like I've never seen it looking like that.
Are you looking at it?
No, I remember what it looked like. That's why I thought it was a water bottle.
Yeah, that's why I had to go back and look. I didn't remember exactly what the damn thing looked like.
Okay, so she didn't lie.
Let's see. She gets up. She almost steps on Molly's face, which makes Molly wake up. Either that or her feet stink, which makes Molly wake up. She goes to the fridge. She opens the fridge. And what the fuck? Oh, I can't take a picture of it. But yeah, it's
vodka.
It's a vodka bottle.
Okay.
Like it's got a label on it. It's absolutely a vodka bottle. I don't know what vodka this is.
I'm gonna rewatch it again because it was a hilarious episode. So I'm gonna look at it again.
Yeah, I don't know what vodka this is, but it's definitely a vodka bottle. I can't take a screenshot.
So she didn't lie.
Damn HBO app. But yeah, so the conversation in the car, just giving us a little bit more of her character. They talked about that in the wind down too. Us getting to see that side of things. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I agree. Like we like you said, we always see bougie. Tiffany, like she has everything together, and you don't get to see vulnerable. So it was good, or even just kind of letting loose for a little bit, because she said she had a little bit of the weed brownie, or the little bit of whatever edible. So just to see that side of her was nice to see.
My bad, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even it was funny when she was on the phone with her husband.
Lord.
Oh Lord.
I'm not looking forward to any calls like that, but I'm sure I will get them. If I've gotten some actually already. So you just got to stop everything and tend to that. The scene, and they did a wide shot of this for a reason. I love like cinematography on purpose. When they're getting their band snipped because they're getting kicked out, Tiffany is yelling, "Is everybody staring at us?" And they do a wide shot, and there's literally no fucking body there to stare at them. And I'm thinking, what fucking reality is she in? Where she thinks everybody. That's how either that or that she's high as hell off that edible.
Everybody was high with a capital H.
Yeah.
And I got to talk about my new favorite character. We never get her name right, but I got it. I got it this time. nigga, that Trina scene that lasts all of 30 seconds.
Oh yes. Talk about I'm a ghost.
She said, I got bed. She said, girl, we got bed bugs. And then she starts looking at her arm and shit for him. And Issa's like, girl, you don't have bed bugs. You don't have any bugs. Matter of fact, you don't even have me. I'm not even here. I'm a ghost. And she said, oh, I don't fuck with ghosts. That fucking realization that she don't fuck with ghosts. I don't fuck with ghosts.
She just walked away. I was like, hilarious. First of all, I also need Issa to make a better
going away sign.
That shit got some cardboard.
Away.
Look, she used her moving boxes, okay? She gotta use what she got. She ain't making the big bucks yet. She put a lot of shit on there too. Like, I always wonder how homeless people fit so much paragraph on them little cardboard cutouts. It's a lot of detail. Like, she put all the information up there. Don't text me, don't bother me, don't tweet, don't ask. Call this nigga. He lives here. His address is this. His social security is this. So, damn, she fit all the information on that shit.
Oh gosh. Yes, that was funny.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? I mean, we saw previews from next week, so it looks like they're gonna give us a catch up on what Lawrence has been up to since we missed him.
Yeah, I mean, easily my favorite episode of the season. Every time they have a girls trip, it's always transformative for whatever reason. Like the last girls trip they had was when Issa and Molly were beefing, and then they finally made up. So yeah, no, this was a good episode. Kelly for president.
Yes, totally agree with that. Kelly for president.
All right, and yeah, that's it. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Appreciate everybody listening. Tell a friend, tell everybody, let them know that the Best Insecure podcast is done here. Where's My 40 Acres? Shout out to all the co-hosts, Miss Music Lover, Twan Burgundy, Jump for Joy, myself, Cora in the background barking because she wants to get out of this room because she's tired of hearing my voice and she has no idea what we're talking about because we're speaking in human. All those things that just make this podcast great. If you would like to reach out, send questions, comment. Well, if you want to comment, you can comment on the post that'll be in our Facebook group. Where's My 40 Acres, ... The Tears of Orphans. That should be available. If you're listening to it, if you're listening to the episode, it's available now. And if you want to send us a question, you can just email us, podcast@where'smy40acres.com. If you want to leave a voicemail, you can do that too, 443-832-3494. Or you can actually just go to the post for this. It'll be on where'smy40acres.com. And if you click on the post and you scroll down, you will see that there's a little phone symbol. If you click on that when you're on your phone, because the best way to visit our website is on your phone. If you click that, it'll start dialing. It will just jump forward and start dialing the number to our voicemail, and you can just leave a message. Listen to Ashley say some craziness, and then just go ahead and leave a message. So go ahead and do that. And I guess we got other stuff coming this week. We got this is a new Craft Beer Killer episode that's up. So make sure you subscribe to the Craft Beer Killer feed, which is on iTunes. Search Craft Beer Killer, and you should be able to find it. It should pop up. So there's a new episode for that. If you are a premium member, we cranked out like 5 craft beer joints early, so y'all can check those out. We got some other episodes coming. I read the first chapter of this Hoodable book to myself, so I'm gonna record that this week for sure. And I'm just gonna put it out. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna read it. What's up? What's up?
No, I started that book. Wow, it's amazing.
I'm sure it's a mess. I'm sure it's a mess. So that's what we'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and get my drink, and I'm gonna sit down in front of this microphone, and I'm just gonna start reading, and I'm gonna take a shot for, I don't know, every super ridiculous thing that is said in that book. So every new hood name, I'll take a shot, and I'm pretty sure after page 2, I'll be drunk as fuck. Y'all have to listen to me drunk read that shit, but it'll go how it goes, man, because these hoodables need to get read, and I can't get to them as fast as Quan Mills can put these shits out. It seems.
I mean, he's churning them.
I know.
Like,
he trolling.
Ridiculous.
He trolling the hell. Some of these covers I don't even think are real books. I just think they're covers of books to come, like ideas he had, draft copies. I don't think they're real. he unless he's sitting behind the keyboard typing like Molly squared, I don't see how he's turning out books like this.
Oh my gosh.
Like you look at his books, you like, I don't know what this say. I don't speak lawyer, but this ain't right. I know this ain't right.
Might be just Tyler Perry, like how he just kind of,
did the same shit over and over again. Black people fucking up and finding light skinned Jesus. Yes. Yes. All right, y'all. We out. Holla at y'all next time. Peace.